Alright, GTA 5 development was a shit show.
It's
Lucky.
2009, and fresh off the success of GTA 4, Rockstar Games was already deep into its next project. At this point, the team was all in on Return to San Andreas.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty sure that they don't really start the GTA things up until way too late. Like, they have 12 years in, like, beforehand that they could just start working on the game, do all that. They usually do projects in between. Like, I'm pretty sure between GTA 5 and GTA 6, they were doing Red Dead Redemption 2 and all that. They weren't really fully focused on GTA 6 up until, like, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. So, I mean, I feel like that's kind of the main issue. But honestly, GTA 5 turned out amazing. So, I mean, apparently it works out, but, like, I don't see how.
Had finally mastered the hardware of the PS3 and Xbox 360. With a team of over 1,000 people and a budget that would rival a Hollywood movie, Rockstar would create a game that still tops the charts over 12 years later after
Still
the
amazing,
initial
yeah.
release, and on average sells 1 million copies every single month since release. This is a story of the 3-year development cycle of GTA.
And I know we just started, but I gotta say this too. I find it so annoying how they have, like, a PS5 version of GTA. Like, this is what they did, right? I noticed this because I was trying to do it on my PS5. They changed it so instead of being able to just buy the story mode and online all in one, now you have to buy online and story mode separately. Or they at least had it like that for PS5, which is so dumb. Why do you have to pay like $40 to get normal GTA story mode and then more for online version when it's the same game? Shouldn't it be more like a bonus, not like something you have to do? It seems so stupid, and I get they already both make a huge amount of money. People are gonna buy it anyway, but it's such like a cash grab kind of thing.
Like McDonald's and Apple in terms of global recognition.
I really hope this thing helps you. Yeah, I'm really hoping this isn't
April
copyright.
2008, the conceptual phase of GTA 5 began. But before full production on GTA 5 started, there were some key takeaways from the development of GTA 4 that Rockstar wanted to fix. GTA 4 was their first major project on 7th generation consoles, being the PS3 and Xbox 360, and development was hampered by the team's unfamiliarity with the new hardware. It was technically ambitious and challenging, especially on the PS3, but by 2008, the team had become intimately familiar with the architecture and limitations of both of those consoles. For example, GTA 4 was heavily constrained by limited draw distances and pop-in due to earlier struggles with streaming large worlds. Engineers at Rockstar spent time during the planning phase to dramatically improve streaming and LOD handling. The new Rage engine, which was Rockstar's internal engine that all modern-era Rockstar games run on, could render large landmarks and distant terrain from miles away, enabling true fixed-wing aircraft and large-scale vistas without immersion-breaking pop-in. The team was now able to extract more performance from the PS3 and Xbox 360 hardware, enabling what felt like an unlimited draw distance. The static weather presets from GTA 4 were replaced by dynamic.
We gotta say this: GTA 5 was like one of the best games growing up. Like, it was just so good. I know there was like some struggles going into it, especially with it being on like lower income. Y'all hear that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cut this part out. I'm gonna go back into it. I think GTA 5 was an amazing game. Even though it was kind of like shitty from the start, but it's mainly just because they had it on like lower end consoles like PS3s and shit. But I think it's still amazing. Like, I love GTA 5. It was always so good. The story was really the best part. It was always Rockstar games that were like fire though. Like, even Bully was a pretty good game. That one came out, I don't even know how long ago. Bully was a good game. You know, like Red Dead was a good game. GTA is a good game. Like, Rockstar be pumping out good games 24/7.
And the shooting mechanics were overhauled by borrowing systems developed for Max Payne 3. While engine upgrades were underway, the design team at Rockstar spent nearly a full year actively researching Los Angeles at the start of GTA 5's development, combining on-the-ground field trips with digital tools to recreate Los Santos, a highly created and stylized version of Southern California that emphasized detail, personality, and gameplay over.
Damn, I always forget they use actual places in real life. Like, I think they're doing Florida for GTA 6 or something like that. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Like, I love they do that kind of shit.
capture the essence of the city. The creation of the game world began almost immediately in pre-production with the construction of a white box city. This initial untextured 3D model, which took a small team of designers roughly 9 to 12 months to block out, established the fundamental layout of roads, districts, and major landmarks. This digital skeleton was then fleshed out with details for one of the most exhaustive research efforts in gaming history. Also, right from the jump, Rockstar knew they wanted to expand the narrative in a way that hadn't been done before. The team settled on a concept of featuring 3 distinct playable protagonists instead of the traditional single lead. The characters revolved around the concept of greed, ambition, and pure chaos.
Yeah, I kind of love that too, though, because it gives you like different parts of the story. Like, say you get one character. Like, I think it was Vice City. It was the one I loved. I think it was Nico who was in Vice City. I can't remember. It might have been GTA 4. Kind of confused. I never actually know the one I played, but I just know it was like good as shit. That one had like one character, and you saw it just from his point of view and got everything from his perspective. In this one, you can get 3 different perspectives showing an entire story. Like some of them, like with Michael, for example, you get to see like his side of the story and like how he just wanted to be with his family and all that shit. And then you get to see from Trevor's point of view how his life went to shit all because of Michael, because he just like turned on them. But it's like he wanted to do it for his family, but you also see from everyone else's point of view that it went down horribly for everyone except for Mike.
Andreas, but was ultimately shelved
It's such a
due
good
to the hardware
concept.
and design limitations of the PS2 era. The expansion demonstrated that players would embrace new protagonists with an established world and that their stories could be cleverly intertwined. This gave Rockstar the confidence to build the entirety of GTA 5 around 3 simultaneously controlled characters whose lives and criminal careers would intersect. It was a significant gamble, said art director Aaron Garbett. He also acknowledged that there would be internal concerns that such a drastic departure from the series' established formula might backfire. However, the creative leadership believed it was the key to moving the franchise's storytelling into more original territory. Additionally, GTA Online was developed in tandem with the single-player story, but was always envisioned as a distinct experience. The initial design vision, according to lead mission designer Imran Sarwar, was to expand on the concept of the single-player heists to create a deeply cooperative experience where each players of a 4-man crew would have a critical and unique role to play in the outcome of a complex, multi-stage mission. Right off the bat, GTA 5 hit the ground running. The first year and a half of development involved preliminary, conceptual, and planning phases, addressing GTA 4's technical limitations, dramatically improving the Rage engine for better streaming and draw distances, implementing a dynamic weather system, overhauling shooting mechanics.
I can't wait to see what GTA 6 looks like. Like, cause just look at how Red Dead 2 looked like. Red Dead 2 had the best like visuals you could ever think of. So I'm just waiting. I'm kind of hyped to see how GTA 6 is gonna look. I don't think the story is gonna be as good as GTA 5 because I don't see how you could beat that. Especially like they're not gonna have it like a Trevor, so it's not gonna be the same. But I feel like it's still gonna be the visuals gonna be really good. Like just how they did with Red Dead 2. I'm excited. Like it's gonna be so good.
To feature the protagonists and create the frameworks of GTA Online. The bones of the game were starting to take form, but there was still a lot of work left to be done in the next 2 years. But before we dive into what happens next,
Okay, sorry, I gotta skip this. All right, log back in.
It's a game called Grand Theft Auto. It's got to be finished by the end of June, so they're involved in some pretty hard work in here. It's all about a car chase through the streets of a fictional, probably American city. Here are some of the maps they've been working on.
the core development of GTA up until this point was spearheaded by Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Scotland, which had a core team of roughly 360 individuals. However, with the scale and complexity of GTA 5, Rockstar and Take-Two took a different approach during the development of the game. Instead of one studio working on the game, Rockstar would have all of its studios building out the next entry. As of 2025, there are currently 10 active Rockstar-labeled studios, each focusing on a different part of game development. For GTA 5, the studio broke apart various subtasks to individual studios.
Yo, kind of fuck with that though. They're putting like all they can. They're putting all their manpower behind the game, so it's gonna come out even better. Instead of them having like one studio that does individual things per. I'm pretty sure Xbox was talking about how they had so many. This is kind of different kind of thing, but they had so many like layers of putting out games to where like it was just kind of fucked. I feel like with an actual studio, that makes it so much easier not having that because you have an entire studio that's dedicated to one thing. I feel like that makes it so much more simple and like more efficient. It makes it more efficient.
Which powers, again, most modern Rockstar titles, including GTA 5. They are deeply involved in the technical underpinning and core programming of the engine. For Rockstar Toronto, this studio has a history of developing ports, particularly for the PC versions of previous Rockstar games like GTA 4 and Max Payne 3. For GTA 5, Rockstar Toronto led the development of the Windows PC version, which included significant optimizations and the Rockstar editor. And for Rockstar Lincoln, which is based in the UK, they primarily handled localization and quality assurance for Rockstar games. Their role is crucial in ensuring that the game is bug-free and properly adapted for various languages and regions. And these are just some examples of how Rockstar spread out their development process across the globe for GTA 5. And the list doesn't stop here. Like I said, there are 10 Rockstar labeled studios, all of whom are working on the GTA franchise. Other studios will be equally as important to the development of the game. Since GTA is really an open sandbox, do anything simulator, the amount of assets required to support the game are almost endless. With the added support, the development team for GTA 5 grew from 360 individuals who are at Rockstar North to over 1,000 individuals globally.
Hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
On October 25th of 2011, with no prior warning, Rockstar Games announced the development of Grand Theft Auto 5. 1 week later, on November 2nd, 2011, the world got its first look at the game with the release of the debut trailer. Rockstar had a very uniquely established marketing strategy. They followed the initial reveal with a prolonged period of total silence, allowing speculation and hype to build organically. It was over a year before the next major piece of marketing arrived after the initial trailer. The game was still, of course, heavily in development, but honestly, it still looked incredible this early on. But it seems like their unique marketing strategy of pure silence also extended to post-release Q&A. Because based on all the research I've done so far, there really isn't much about the development of the game during the year gap between the two trailers. We have a lot of information about how the game started development and the initial years of development, but beyond this, it's still unknown. Presumably, Rockstar spent the next 2 years building up assets and bug fixing, alongside making the content roadmap for GTA Online, which I'll touch upon in a moment. But on November 14th of 2012, the second official trailer was released, but this time, Rockstar gave a tentative release date for spring 2013. This trailer officially introduced us to the game's 3 protagonists, and also gave us a small glimpse of how their fates are intertwined. But despite Rockstar showing off this incredible single player of the game, they would hold their true money-making machine under wraps, for now. Developed simultaneously with the single player component.
Well, this is gonna be a bad take. I've never really been like a GTA Online kind of person. Like, it's fun to play with your friends every once in a while, but that shit just gets so boring. Like, I would much rather just play. I beat story mode for GTA 5 like what, fucking 5 times, something like that. But online, it gets so worn out. Especially when you have to sit there and grind it 24/7 to be a little chud to actually make any progress, or to spend your money. You know, it's kind of just like a money kind of game. But it's just I've never fucked with it. You know, I'm not gonna spend hours on hours ranking up in GTA Online just so I can get shit and rob banks and all that. Like, I'd like it better if there was like a story into it to where you can actually gain money naturally than having to grind out the same mission 400 times, do a money glitch, or actually just pay for it. I feel like that's stupid. I feel like you should be able to immediately just go into like bank heists, that kind of thing that are actually interesting, rather than doing bumfuck nothing, doing the same 4 missions over and over again. Or just having your friend teach you how to do everything, or like letting you be on the side. I never really liked that. I never liked that kind of thing. I mean, I guess some people do, but never been my kind of thing.
2 months before the events of the main game, it allowed up to 30 players to create their own custom characters and forge a career in the shared open world. The initial design vision, according to lead mission designer Imran Sarwar, was to expand on the concept of the single-player heists to create a deeply cooperative experience where each member of a 4-player crew would have a critical and unique role to play in the outcome of complex missions. Fueled by a steady stream of free, substantial content updates that continuously expanded the world and also was monetized by the optional sale of shark cards for in-game currency. This created a river of revenue that dwarfed what could have been earned from traditional single-player DLC expansions. Which is why Rockstar canceled the development of single-player expansions for GTA 5. During development, they had planned for 8 single-player DLC packs that would either be canceled or changed to be a part of GTA Online. This financial reality led Rockstar to pivot its post-launch strategy entirely, focusing its resources on the live service and cementing GTA Online as one of the most successful and influential games as a service in history. This success, however, was far greater than even Rockstar had anticipated, and it would have profound consequences for the studio's future, influencing the long development cycle of its next title and contributing to a cultural shift within the company.
Never has there been an opening like this in the entertainment industry.
I think with GTA 6, what they're going to do is they're going to release story mode. They're going to have that out for a long time. Then they're probably going to release online. I really hope they don't do it to where it's like you have to pay for online separately. That would just be so stupid. I don't know who's going to actually do that. But I mean, hopefully they just release them together, or they just add it onto story mode. Maybe they did it to we have to pay separately because it like took up too much storage for this one or something. I have no idea. But I feel like it'd be so easier just to release story mode, let that sit for like maybe even like a year or something. Then after that, then release online when people already are like accustomed to the game and all that. Like that would make sense. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it, what their business strategy is, but hopefully that's what I'm thinking.
Sales in 3 days. No movie or music release has ever come close to that.
Grand Theft Auto 5 was officially released to the world in September of 2013, but the story of Grand Theft Auto 5's development didn't end in 2013. The game's unprecedented success ensured it would become a generational bridge, a persistent platform that Rockstar would continually update and re-release, using it to understand new hardware and
And I gotta say, I feel like Franklin is the most realistic character. He's definitely like the main character. He's the best character in there. The smartest, just really best. I think Trevor's the most fun character. He's the funnest to actually play. Like when the game ended, there was no chance I was gonna kill Trevor off. I immediately just went Death Wish because I was never gonna let him die. He's just such a fun character to do. He has such like weird voice lines. Like his character is fun.
the
It suits
PC
the
version
game.
of GTA 5 had yet to be released, as it needed more time for bug fixing and support for the variable hardware requirements of PC gaming. Alongside the PC release, we would also see upgrades to the next generation of consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One. But the delay of the PC release of GTA 5 was a blessing in disguise for Rockstar. While they had initially missed out on PC sales by not having the game launch alongside the Xbox 360 and PS3, they hit an unknown goldmine. Players were buying multiple copies of the game across generations solely because of GTA Online. In fact, as of 2025, almost 40% of all copies sold for GTA 5 were sold to people who had already owned the game, and 7.5% were from people who had bought the game on a third platform. Because
Well, I also gotta say though, I'm sure that happened because for one, people get banned. There's weirdos on there saying weird shit and end up getting banned. For two, people probably had a disc and it got like scratched or like some shit like that. Or they just didn't have their account anymore, they forgot it. And then three, they probably just, whenever GTA 5 came out, they had to rebuy it for GTA 5 if they wanted better graphics and all that. Plus they had to buy online separately, which I think was a horrible move. I feel like that's just fucking the customers. But you had to buy story mode and online separately for PS5. It kind of makes sense, you know? I feel like that's just an amazing move for being such a long period of time and then releasing new shit.
schedule as GTA 5. Release first on consoles, followed by PC and future console generations. It would become a win-win scenario for Rockstar. The teams would have more time to polish their PC releases, and they would still make a ton of money off of people who want to experience the game on a different platform. That's why we see GTA 6 being released only on 2 console platforms next year. I'm guilty of this too, if I'm being honest. I've owned GTA 5 on like 4 different devices at this point. But back to GTA 5. Like I said, GTA Online became their cash cow, as that's what fueled future re-releases of the game to perform so well. And of course, we can expect GTA 6 to double down on this. But my hope is that us single-player expansion fans can get some love too. Rockstar always put out banger single-player expansions in the past,
That's
so
true.
it kind of breaks my heart to see a focus entirely on online, but only time will tell. Again, thank you to War Thunder
Amazing video. Love that. I agree. Like, I agree with that. And I feel like GTA 5 was just such a good game. And it makes sense that people want to keep buying it, and see how it upgrades over time. It's like there's such a big difference from playing it on like the PS3 from playing it on the PS5. It's just like an entirely different game. But I'm gonna say once again, I think that I think the story mode is 10 times better than the online version. Like 100%. I know people like playing online with their friends and shit. I think the story mode just has the most amazing story for GTA 5. I think the same thing about Red Dead 2. I think it has an amazing story and just fits it so well. That's why I always like Rockstar games. Like, even shit like Bully, an older game. They're just so good. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe, PM Films, and let's get into the next one.